We're recording the interview of Benjamin Stiller. The interview is being conducted by Adrian Hill from the Wright State University Veteran Voices Project. This interview is being recorded at Sienna Woods in Clayton, Ohio. It is 9:40 a.m. on June 17, 2016. All right, Ben, when and where were you born?
What year?
When and where?
I was born in Dayton, Ohio. 1931, 7/23/31.
7/23/31. Okay. So who were your parents and what were their occupations?
Well, my dad was a plumber. Benjamin,
Mm-hmm.
and my mother Nellie was a housewife.
Okay. All right. Were either of them in the service?
No.
No. Okay. So, did you have siblings?
My children, yeah, I got 3 boys,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 daughters.
Okay. What about brothers and sisters? Did you have any?
I'm the survivor of my whole family, my sisters and brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one left in my family, of my family.
Okay. Did any of them serve in the military?
My brother Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
I know he served over in Germany somewhere during the war back in the 40s.
Oh, okay.
Better than that's about all I know.
Yeah. What was his name? Ralph?
Ralph Stiller.
Ralph Stiller. Okay. So what were you doing before you entered the service?
I worked for a trucking firm.
Okay.
As a dock hand, load and unload semi-trailers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you enlist?
No, I was drafted.
You were drafted? Okay. And which branch of the military were you drafted into?
I was drafted to the U.S. Army.
In the U.S. Army? Okay. So when you were drafted, was there an option to enlist instead? Rather, kind of get a choice of what you wanted to do, or was it you were just drafted and that was it?
Well, no, they went ahead and drafted me. About all it was to it, just drafted. And of course, I know when I was ready to leave Korea, get out, they wanted me to stay and take on 6 more years.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a certain amount of cash money.
Mm-hmm.
And send me home for 30 days and bring me back, give me another stripe, and do the same job I was doing when I left there as a tank mechanic, Jeep, F-10 trucks and stuff of that nature.
Mm-hmm. And why did you choose not to?
So why did I do it?
Well, why didn't you? Why didn't you?
Why I didn't go back? I really can't answer that truthfully. I would just said, I didn't know in my mind what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was young, 22 and a half years old.
Mm-hmm.
I should have knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't. So I kind of regret not staying in.
Sure.
Kind of regret that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of guys say they regret it who didn't stay in, and then a lot of guys who did stay in said, "What was I thinking? I should have got out." So, grass always looks greener on the other side, All right. So, if you were to enlist, since you were drafted, but if you had enlisted, do you think you would have chose the Army?
Yeah, I was the Army, yes.
Would you have chose the Army, though, if you weren't drafted, do you think?
Yes.
You would have? Okay. So, do you recall what it was like departing for basic training?
So,
Do you recall what it was like leaving for basic training?
or get into basic training?
Or just leaving home, or just getting there?
No, it wasn't that bad just leaving home, going into basic training.
Mm-hmm. Had you been away from home before?
A couple times.
Mm-hmm. For work?
Not much. I went maybe for about a year at a time, for about 2 years on and off.
Mm-hmm.
I left. I was out of Dayton.
Mm-hmm.
And no, going into service, basic training, it was all right. I can't say I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but it was rough.
Yeah.
At least, but I thought it was rough back in them years.
Mm-hmm. Were your parents worried at all when you left?
But yeah, they were still living. My mother was living, and my whole family was living except my dad. He had died probably about 5 years back prior to that.
How did he die?
I guess he had too much fever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there was something about the fever putting his brain up.
Oh, okay.
That's the story I hear.
Yeah. was your mother concerned when you left for basic?
Oh, yes.
Because
She was concerned about any other by the woods, you know, and wondering if their boy's coming back home.
yeah, because the Korean conflict was going on when you were drafted,
yes,
correct?
yeah.
So they knew where you were going.
Yeah, I got over there. I got over there, and I think, let's see, I think about the end of 52 or the first part of 53. When I went over there, they told us we would go up on line. What that was up on line in the ordinance is you went up there and you pulled tanks back, what they call no man's land, and stuff like that. And you would get 4 points a month. You would rotate 9 months back home, which made it 36 points. While I was there, I got, I think, 20-some points, and there was a letter come down, I guess Morrison, said anybody that come over after such and such a date would have to spend 18 months. So I started saying, I think it was 16 and a half months over there.
Oh, wow. How did you feel when you got the news that you were going to have to stay for up to 18 months?
Pardon?
How did you take the news when you found out you would have to be there up to 18 months?
You know, I enjoyed my work so much it didn't bother me.
Really? Good. Okay. So going back to your basic training, do you recall any of your drill sergeants?
I think, no. I can't remember the names. I know we had one that never will forget him. He was looking at guys at Air Service. He looked like an ex-Marine. Looking at him, he was just tall, straight back. There wasn't a kink out in his back. Just straight up, boy. Talk mean and junkyard dog.
Okay. So do you remember, are there anything memorable from basic training for you?
No, not really. I think it was 8 weeks or 13 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
It was all kind of enjoyable.
Yeah. So once you left basic training, where did you go?
Uh,
Or where was your basic training?
Aberdeen, Maryland, and Aberdeen Proving Ground.
Okay.
And then I went to, after I got out of school, after we got out of training, I went to track vehicle school. See, that was, started out at Fort Meade, ended up in Aberdeen Proving Ground. Yeah, that's where I done my schooling in Aberdeen.
Okay. And then where did you go from basic training then?
Yeah, basic training to track vehicle school.
Where was that?
That was in Maryland.
Okay, so same place?
Yeah.
You didn't have to move bases?
No.
Okay. How long was that? Do you recall how long that training was?
I think 8 weeks.
8 weeks? Okay. And then from there, where did you go?
I got to leave, went home, and when I come back, we shipped out for Korea.
Okay. How do you think that you adapted to the military lifestyle? Like when you got to basic training, the food, the barracks, the social life, how did you adapt?
It was all right.
Yeah? Not too bad for you?
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't retaliate, you know, like a lot of guys. I met a few guys in there. I'm telling you, it was just like, you wouldn't believe they hated the service so bad. And they'd all the time get into trouble. But no, I went through basic training. I went through, made a lot of friends. The food was good. I can't really complain.
Okay. Good. So what about the physical aspect of it? Did you do pretty well there, you think?
Yeah.
Were you kind of in shape physically before you got there?
Yes.
Yeah. From your work or from?
Well, a little bit from my work, and I done a lot of running.
Okay. To prepare?
It was just average day of life for me to run wherever I went.
Oh, okay.
If I was going down, I lived there in the outskirts of Dayton, and if I decided to go into town, which is probably 6-8 miles, well, I run that 6-8 miles.
Mm-hmm.
To and from.
Oh, wow.
I was 6 foot, good shape.
Awesome.
So when I got in the basic training, them hikes they took, like, I think the 6 miles, it was like a chore to me.
Yeah.
And I could do it, you know. It didn't get me down. It got a lot of guys down, I could see that, because some of them I think had bad feet, whatever. No, I enjoyed it.
Good. Okay. So tell me again, you know, obviously we know, but where did you serve? Overseas?
Yes. Best of my knowledge, when I got over there in Yokohama, I think it was Camp Drake. Then we went over and got over into Korea. And I'm not sure, but I think I was on the other side of the parallel. I'm sure.
North
I remember.
North or south side of the parallel?
Well, over on the other side.
Okay.
Right with that, across the 38.
Okay.
And I think I was in Chosun Valley, I think they called it.
Okay.
Much as I can remember. Oh.
Okay. So that's where you're at during the whole deployment was in that area? Were you in the same location the whole deployment?
We moved around a few times while I was over there.
Mm-hmm. But that was the main spot?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any, you know, any memories that stick out when you think about your time in Korea?
No, people ask me about it over there, and the best what I come up with is living with a bunch of guys for 16, 18 months. It was really a good thing.
Yeah.
Enjoyed life. I mean, we had it rough. Don't get me wrong, we had it rough over there.
Mm-hmm.
But when we had time off, we enjoyed one another. There were no problems.
Okay. So did you witness any combat while you were in Korea?
No. We were always right there, like I forget what mountain we was based at our outfit was based at the foot of this mountain, and at the top of that mountain you could hear them just fighting, machine guns going off. They were shooting the 105 shells over our heads, over our tents, wherever they were going, and they'd just whistle as they went over, and you could hear them boom. So that's about the only, I've heard it, I really didn't see it.
Okay. All right. Was there any concern for you then when you would hear it?
Pardon?
Was there any concern in your mind when you would hear things like that?
Well, yeah. Just one day, I thought, well, maybe one time, maybe one of them's going to hit home here where we're at, you know.
Yeah.
And the other thing that stuck out in my mind, I was in the tent one Sunday reading a book all by myself, and I heard this plane up overhead. And all of a sudden he started diving. And you ever been to tent and heard a plane diving down at you?
Mm-hmm.
And the closer he got to the ground, the louder that engine was. And all of a sudden I thought, well, who is it? I didn't know if it was one of ours or... I threw that book and I was laying on the bed and I just dropped to the floor. Just laid there.
Yeah.
Then he pulled out, leveled off. They went on. I got up, went out there and shook my fist at him, cussed him. Scared me to death.
Do you know if it was ours or theirs?
I don't know.
No? Shook your fist anyway though, right? All right. Fair enough. I'd probably do the same thing. So what were your typical daily duties while you were over there then?
Working on vehicles. It wasn't a tank, it was a Jeep. It wasn't a Jeep, it was a 3/4 ton truck. Laid out year round in the weather, and believe it or not, I laid in mud puddles, working, and then, can you believe it, enjoyed that?
Yeah, well, hey, got it. As long as you enjoy it, that's all right though.
I love the line of work with the work I got in over there. I really liked it.
Yeah. Did you So did you guys just repair vehicles that had engine malfunctions, or trucks that were blown up or something, or what kind of work?
The tracks, we would, well, let's say this, if, we never tore an engine down and built it part by part. What we done, we had crates of engines there for whatever. And if we need an engine for a Jeep, we just went and got a crate and pulled the engine out and slapped it in.
Yeah.
But sometimes we did get in there on the ground and worked on the clutches and stuff of that nature. And the tanks, the main gear up there, that big sprocket, they call that the final drive. And what's what the tractor goes around on. And we would take that off. If that broke down, then we'd slap a new one in. So that was our duties.
Okay. Did the team, how big of a team did you work with?
Team?
Yeah, like your team that worked on trucks together, or?
There was, well, our whole company was mechanics there. But in we had 3 tents, so probably 30 men. I'm looking at about 10 to 12 per tent.
Okay.
Times 3, around 30 people.
Okay. All right. So, did you make good friendships with these people that you were over there with?
No, I liked them. They didn't care much for me sometimes, because I was in the 3rd squad, and I was in charge of my squad, president accounted for. And I was in the 3rd tent. I was in charge of my tent, and they had to see it ready for inspection every morning. And I had 6 men under me on the tank. I had a tank retriever issued to me. And I had that issued to me with 6 guys on that. So when we went out, we took the tank out, and then we worked them wherever. Sometimes we would go to different outfits. We would all different nationality people there, like we would go and work with the Greeks and repair their vehicles. And wherever there was something to repair, we had to do it in our area.
Okay. So you said they didn't like you as much because you had to be the one who told them?
Yeah, because I had a couple of stripes. I was telling them what to do. They said, "Well, they would say, hey, I don't want to be around. I want to take some time off in the morning." I say, "No, sir, you can't do that, because if you do, I'm not getting myself into trouble, because I have to say you're not accounted for." So then they wouldn't do it.
So they didn't like you because you were the boss then?
Yeah.
One of those. So what rank were you? Were you corporal then?
Corporal.
Okay. All right. And that was the rank you got out at, right?
Yes.
And they offered you the 3rd stripe for sergeant.
Yeah. Well, they offered me. I had a 3rd stripe come down, and I was thinking, a friend of mine drove the captain around, so he always told me when rank was coming down. So he said, "This time rank's going to come down, and you're going to be a sergeant. You're getting another stripe." And I thought, well, I've got enough problems with 2 stripes. What do I want with another one? Yeah. So I turned the 3rd one down. And I wish I had it now. I'd have took that. That would have made me the sergeant. Then if I had it's always if you had.
Right.
If I had took that 6 years, I'd have been a sergeant 1st class. And I could have probably made master sergeant within 3 years.
Really?
And that's all due to hard work. Nobody up with any captains or anything like that. All right, we had a U.S. captain, and he was a good man.
Yeah.
But you worked.
Yeah. Well, good. All right. Well, how did you stay in touch with your friends and family while you were in Korea? How did you stay in touch with your friends and family?
Well, by mail. I rewrote letters back and forth.
Okay. Did they ever send you any packages or anything?
Oh, yes.
Anything good in them?
Well, sometimes a cake, if it got there in one piece.
Yeah. Anything memorable that you remember specifically, or?
Well, they would send me hair tonic. That's like the day
What was it?
hair tonic, like Brill cream.
So slick it
Yeah,
back?
slick your hair
Oh,
back.
so you slicked it back,
That was
okay.
our day. We had
Yeah.
all that. We had.
Okay, so that was the look
And
then?
they would say that to me, and of course, you know, we had a battalion headquarters over there where we could get all our little stuff, you know, like razors and shaving cream and stuff like that, you know. So, no, nothing outstanding.
Okay. But the slick back, was that the look at the time?
Yes.
That's what everybody was wearing? Okay. All right, all right. Every time's got their look, you know?
Yeah.
All right, well, what about recreation? You said you guys had some fun on your downtime. What did you guys do?
We played a lot of baseball and basketball, football, a little bit of that too. A lot of racing. Sometimes we would, one guy would say, well, I'll race you to one from this point to that point for a case of beer. You know, sometimes the one, sometimes the lost. No, it was a lot of recreation.
See, that's different. When I was, because I'm a Afghan war vet, Afghanistan, and we weren't allowed alcohol at all.
No alcohol?
No alcohol at all. Unless some guys snuck it in, you know.
Well,
but,
we were allowed to have it. I mean, we couldn't have it while we were working.
right, right.
You know, when I first went over there, and beer was rationed, you got 6 cans of beer a month.
6 cans a month?
That's it.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, then you started, beer became plentiful. And whiskey over there, back here, I think whiskey was selling for $3, $4 a fifth. You was paying 15, 20 over there.
Yeah. Supply and demand, right?
Yeah, the guy I know that sold that stuff, he was buying a farm just by peddling that alcohol over there.
Oh, wow.
Buying a farm in West Virginia.
Wow. So some people could get it shipped over here in packages?
Huh?
Did some guys get it shipped to them in packages and then
Yeah.
they'd resell it? That's smart, yeah. All right. So, so for recreation time, you guys pretty much drank and then raced to see who would pay for the alcohol? Played poker, okay.
Poker, dice.
It's good old
No
gambling.
women around.
No women around,
No
right?
women
Yeah.
around.
So none of that. What are you gonna do? Yeah. All right. So when you left Korea, what was the situation like in Korea when you left?
Well, the treaty was already signed.
Oh, okay.
It was already signed when I left there. So it was normal. I mean, you know, no fighting going on. Or
Do you recall the moment when you heard that the treaty or the armistice or the treaty had been signed?
yeah, it was already signed before I left there.
Do you recall the moment though when you found out that the treaty had been signed? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I think we all jumped for joy and
Yeah.
start celebrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a good thing because
Yeah.
a lot of guys over there, you know, it was, you know, getting killed every day, and they told me, you know, they told me up in 1950 that reservoir in Chosin Valley was a bloody, I guess it was a bloody battle, real bad, and hearsay that their weapons, it was so cold, the weapons froze and they had to urinate on them to get them to fire.
Oh, wow.
Now that's what I heard. Now I can't say that's a fact,
Sure.
but I know that first winter coming about, I asked the guy, I said, one of the soldiers, I said, how cold's it get over here? He said, oh, probably 35, 40 below zero. You're kidding me. Oh. Well, it was 35, 40 below, but it was a dry climate. But here, 35, 40 below zero is a dense climate, you know. And
So it didn't feel as cold then?
it was cold. It was cold over there. Believe you, even though it was a dry climate, it was cold.
Yeah. What about the summers? How the summers?
A lot of rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had dig little trenches around our tents for the water drain off.
Oh, okay.
Then we had, the rats over there, big rats.
Mm-hmm.
They carried what they call mites, little animals on their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And if they run across something, like a can of beer is under your bed,
Mm-hmm.
if they drop one on there, which you don't see them,
Mm-hmm.
you drink that and you get that in your system, it can make you either deathly sick or you get enough of it can kill you. It was a deadly disease.
Oh, wow.
They call it a hemorrhagic fever.
Oh, okay. I got that from rats.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so how long after you found out that the war was going to be over did you return home?
Oh, I don't know. Probably just a matter of maybe a month or so.
Okay. How did you get back home? Did you fly or did you take a ship?
No, I forget when we left Korea to come home. I ended up, I guess, back in maybe Yokohama again, I'm not sure,
Uh-huh.
and got on the ship. And we come across the Pacific Ocean. And that was a bad trip.
Mm-hmm.
I was sick for 14 days. I mean, seasick.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never been seasick, you don't want it.
Yeah.
Because I think guys just doubled on that rail. They had like a 4-foot rail on that ship, it doubled over.
Mm-hmm.
And if you told them you were going to throw them overboard, they would tell you to go ahead. They were that, I mean, you had nothing in your body, then you were starting to come up.
Yeah.
You had what they call the dry heaves,
Mm-hmm.
and that was bad.
Yeah. So you came home. Did you land on the West Coast then?
Yeah, come through New York area.
Oh, okay.
We come up there and ended up in Fort Lewis, Washington.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah, Fort Lewis, Washington, and then ended up in Illinois there. Can't think of the camp up there.
Where at? In Washington?
No, Illinois.
Oh,
I think Chicago.
yeah. I can't think of it, but
Yeah, that's where we busted out at.
okay.
And then, of course, they gave us our walking papers. They said, now you guys got to stay out of trouble for 24 hours because we're still responsible for you. So after 24 hours, we don't care what you do.
Yeah.
So first place we went and got a big hamburger, cold beer, and went and got a hotel room and stayed overnight. And got next morning and got a flight out of O'Hare Airport.
Okay.
Got a flight coming to Vandalia.
Okay. All right. So, how were you received by your family when you got home?
Well, nobody's home when I got there. I went to my sister's house, she was gone. I went to my mom, she was gone. My brothers was all working. So I said, well, so I just went down to see one of my friends. So we kicked things around a while, and I said, well, I'm going up the house again. So I went back home, my mom was home. And we had a good welcome home.
Yeah.
Glad to see me, I was glad to see her. So,
Because did you get any leave while you were in Korea? Did you get to come home at all during your tour in Korea?
No,
Okay.
no.
So it was straight 16
Straight time,
and a half
yeah.
months. Okay. All right. So how do you think you readjusted? I know you were only in for, how long were you in for total?
I was in the service for, well, I was overseas there, was about 17 to 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
I was a total in the service for 2 years.
Okay. So I know you're only in for 2 years, but was it hard to readjust back to
No,
the
not
civilian life?
really. It
No?
wasn't at all, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I come home and kind of just picked up where I left off, you know, just start running around with the guys.
Yeah. Okay. So, have you remained in contact with any of your fellow veterans that you served with?
No, you know, I've always wanted to do that. Of course, I'm not computer minded or nothing. I don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always wanting to try to get a hold of somebody, and nobody knew how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into one guy. I think I got to run into one guy after I got home. In fact, I worked with this guy, and I kept looking at him. I knew him from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me the longest time. And finally one day, he was a cook over in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Bob Lips. He was a cook, one of the cooks over there in service over there in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
That set us. And that's where I knew him. The only one I'd run into since I've been out.
Okay. All right. So, did you join any veterans organizations, like VFW, AMVETS?
Well, I did belong to one, but you know, with the VFWs, I belonged to one. It was 431, and it was good for a while, but it just got a lot of people with sticky fingers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so it's just hard to keep people from not taking it.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. A majority of them, from what I've seen and heard, that's all them commanders in there for,
Mm-hmm.
is help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what did you do after you got out of the military?
I went back to work. Of course, my job was no longer, so I just started in construction work.
Mm-hmm.
As labor, hod carrier, mix cement, labor, ditch digger,
Mm-hmm.
you name it, I done it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you did that. Is that
Well, that was just when I first got back, but I ended up in the machine shop for 26 years.
Okay, which one?
That small shop, Dayton Superior Products.
Okay.
That was located over on Linden Avenue here at Dayton.
Uh-huh.
But after 26 years, he sold out, I don't know, to some other company. So I was there for 26 years.
Wow. Okay. So how did your experience and your time in the military affect your life?
Oh. You know, I guess it just made me harder working than what it was.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. Did you learn any life lessons? Life lessons from the military?
No.
No? You're already kind of well-grounded, you think, before you entered?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So how did your time in the military impact your feelings about war or about the military in general?
Well, about the war, you know, it's a terrible thing. You know, we shouldn't be having them. But I don't know. I wasn't no conscientious objector or anything like that. It was just, I don't, you know, I really don't believe in the wars, but we have them. We have to put up with them, and it's a sad thing. And I look back today and see these boys today, and I'll tell you, I really don't think that us in our time in the service could go through what these boys are going through now. I do not believe we could, because there's just a different type of people out there. And you got it, but what these guys got to go through, you got to be tough. Even down to the women, they're in there. They got to be tough.
And why do you say that? What's changed, do you think, to make it where it's, you know, you think it's tougher now?
About the difference between my time and their time?
Yeah.
Well, just the way they fight the wars now. You know, you know, it used to be in foxholes and trenches. But when you see stuff on television, I don't mean movies, I mean regular documentaries or stuff, you never see these boys in a foxhole or a trench. It's always behind a building or out in the open. And that's why I say I don't think we could cope with that. I might be wrong.
Okay. So this is, like I said, this is going to the Library of Congress, where it's going to be stored and archived. Is there any message you would want to leave to future generations who might view or hear this video?
You know, I'm not much of a think about stuff like that. Well, all I can say is, let's all get along in the world, and not have no wars, and God's looking down on us. Maybe he'll do that one day for us. Make sure we're all going to be in peace. And that's about all I can say to the people. And good luck.
Okay. Is there anything that we haven't discussed that you wanted to include in the interview?
Well, no, not. But this here, I may have a few questions, but you know. You know, what I want to do is I've always wanted to, two things I want to do or get, and I don't know how to do it. So I wanted to get a map of Korea, way back when, and I wanted to get a picture of that tank retriever with the A-frame on it. That's what I'd like to have. And I don't know how that's going to amount out and getting those.
Okay.
And as much as I'm saying that the gentleman I talked to out there, you know, I was mentioning him about what location I was at for sure in Shoshone Valley. I was in the 3rd Infantry Division, hooked up with a 15th Rifle Company, even though it was in the ordnance. And he said, well, I'll check it out and I'll pinpoint right where you were at and get back with you. Well, you know, maybe it takes time. It's been a couple of weeks ago. So maybe he'll come through yet.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, anything else then?
No, sir.
All right. Well, thank you for doing the interview, Ben. And
I hope I didn't stutter through this too much.
No, you're good. So thanks for doing the interview and thank you for your service.
Well, I appreciate it.